Good morning YouTube, what's going on? This is Ambiment, and in today's video we are going to talk about the details you can add to your buildings to make them look a bit more special and less plain. Again, because we've already talked about that in the last episode of How to Build Medieval, but we were not finished. And I am just AFK. Yeah, we were not finished. So, also, when you are watching this, I am currently on my summer vacation, so I might not answer to the comments immediately, but yeah, well, so the first building example is a bit Nordic, but maybe it's a bit too small for being Nordic. But first of all, I've used this technique here to make the cobblestone walls look a bit more interesting, and I've used different designs. So, for example, that are stairs, normal stair and upside down stair, and full blocks in between as supporting pillars. And I also used half slabs here. If there is a wall behind that, that works quite good as well. And this one is combination with the half slabs and stairs. And of course you would only use one of those, but again, this is just an example. Also, I have made this little edge here, which makes the whole building a bit smaller. And well, again, the building might be too small for this, so it looks a bit weird, but if you have bigger buildings and if you only make parts of this, then this looks quite good. So I did use the darker wood, and I placed it wherever there was a pillar to support the pillar, like that. And then the rest was filled up with normal stairs. Then I simply have built a normal house on top of that. And I think one other interesting fact about this is that I used the cobblestone stairs to make small windows, like that. Quite simple, but yeah, it doesn't let in too much light, but it looks quite good sometimes. I've also used a combination of the darker wood and the normal wood on the roof again, just like we did in an earlier example over there. Now the next example is quite similar, but this time it's not, the edge is actually an overhang, so I made the building a bit bigger on the second floor, and also the doors are kind of weird because the door handles are on the wrong side, but well, anyway, so again I used the darker wood where there was a pillar, and also this might be interesting, I have used 4 blocks here, so that when I extend it by 1 block I get an uneven number up here for the roof, which is always important. And again, this looks kind of weird because it is just an example, so imagine that this building would only be a part of a bigger one, which would maybe be around here somewhere, and then this could be just the side of the whole building, and then it would look much better, I think. But yeah, I've also used a little balcony here to make this big wall look less plain, so that it doesn't look as horrible as this wall here. And now the next one is something to make, again, a plain wall look better. So I used the oak wood as pillars, and I placed a few blocks until I reached the roof, and I covered up the last part with stairs so that they meet up with the upside down stairs from the roof, like that. Then I used stairs on those sides and half slabs to connect it, and some fence, and then the plain wall looks better. I also used the fence as a supporting pillar for the roof, but yeah, well, that is not necessary. It looks kind of weird sometimes. And the next detail is actually based on this one, so yeah, instead of connecting it with the upside down stairs here, I have just made quite a big balcony with it, which looks a bit too big for this small building maybe, but nah, who cares. So I used stairs wherever they connected to a pillar, and the rest was half slabs. And then I used fence so that people don't fall down. And of course there should be a door. And the balcony is already finished. Now the next detail is actually that a few more details than just one. So again I used the this cobblestone stair thing here to make the wall look more interesting, and I've also used a lot of greenery, which is just way too much. But again, this is an example, so yeah, I wouldn't use that much actually on a real building, except for if it should be abandoned. But then I would also use mostly cobblestone down here. Yeah, so this is not really a special technique. It's just placing blocks everywhere. And now something important about this, I think I've even talked about this in another How to Build Medieval part, is that I use different logs than I used for the actual building, because imagine that this, for example, would be the same color, and that will look kind of weird because people would be wondering if that still belongs to the building or if it is greenery or a tree or something like that. So that's why I used the dark log. And now I just randomly placed leaves so that they somehow climb up the roof, and then I brought them down on the other side again. Looks quite good when they hang down like that sometimes. You could also split them up here so that there are two different ways like that. Again, this is way too much, but just as an example. And something I've also done for this building is this front yard here, which is pretty basic, made out of cobblestone blocks, stone brick blocks as pillars, and stone brick wall, cobblestone wall. And again, this is a bit too big for this building, because this cobblestone wall here is only 2 blocks high, this one is 2 blocks high. Maybe if this one would be 3 blocks high, then the whole building would be a bit higher, of course. Then this quite big wall here would look, or it would fit better, but I think it works somehow. And I've also made this frame here as an entrance, and then again the second entrance, the actual entrance over here. And I randomly spammed with bone meal. Yeah, maybe that's a bit too much, but should be more flowers. Maybe you could also place potatoes or carrots, so that this would be actually used by the people who live in the building, but that's just a quick idea. I also covered up the floor down here with leaves and placed a tree. And this one is actually way better placed than this one, but I wanted to have 2 different trees so that they don't look too similar, so I made a small one and a big one. And the big one is quite good because he doesn't touch anything else, like he's not connected to the roof, he's not connected to this wall out here, and the smaller tree was just too small to not connect to the wall or the building, so that's not perfect. Yeah, well, again, just an example. So I think we're already done. If you want to see another part of the detail thing, then let me know in the comments. If there's anything else you wanted to see, again, write a comment. And I also thought about talk about specific styles within the medieval topic, like a Nordic style or yeah, well, I haven't thought about that idea. So yeah, I would say enjoy the end card. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.